Guys, we're working from the butterfly guard. We're looking to elevate our partner. There's a ton of offense that we can get if we can get our partners spread out, posting their arms and their legs. So if I start here in the butterfly guard, just a general posture. I have my feet together. They're hooking inside my partner's legs. My elbows are in. Right here, I might be at a distance at first, and what our general strategy is I want to get some good grips on my partner. We can go with 2-on-1s, we can go collar grips, we can go wrist grips, but the one I really want to work towards is a double under grip. We can start out here on the edge. We can start with a wrist grip. You can start with a 2-on-1. I'll let you kind of play with it. If I'm going to go 2-on-1, I'm going to grab right behind your partner's elbow. We're going to grab our partner's wrist with a palm up grip. And I'm going to start to pull his elbow towards me, and I'm pushing his wrist to his stomach. If I'm using this grip, I'm going to scoot in, pull him on top of me, load him up, let go of his hand, and make him post. Go back down. If you want to use a 2-on-1 up grip, sink your hips back down. 2-on-1 up. This is at the end of the rope here. I'm not in deep at all. I can just get the end of his wrist. 2-on wrist, same thing. Scoot, I load him up, I throw him up, I get him to post. One more option, and there's more, but armpits. I'm just gonna get my two hands in his armpits. I'm scooting my hips in, pulling his body over my center of gravity, loading him up, letting him post. Now, as someone posts, they don't want to be spread out like this. A natural reaction that's always going to happen is they're going to start to go back to their knees, and when they do, I'm going to catch the double underhooks. I'm going to stretch my hooks out along the floor. Sit up, we call that a forward shift. Last night, we talked about having a really high underhook, double underhooks. And if I'm really high up in the base of the neck, my elbows and biceps can block my partner's arms. You can use a sweep to get them over. And sometimes when I load this guy up, as he comes back down, my underhooks just are lower on the back. This is fine. I'm going to extend. I'm keeping my forehead on his collarbone. And now I'm here. Guys, a lot of times I feel this person just trying to get away from me. They're trying to sit back and up. And what I need to do is I need to keep them in danger. So sometimes we'll play this game of me rocking them and forcing their hands back on the floor. And then he's going to sit back up and away. If I feel this person is super insistent on sitting back and away from me, we're going to sweep them directly backwards. And this sweep is called the just stand up sweep or the bear hug sweep. You can do this on 1, 2, or 3, just depending on what you feel. I usually do 2 or 3. But Trey, whenever I rock you, your hands are going to hit the floor and you're going to sit back up and away from me. 1, 2, 3. So I load him up. His hands hit the mat. As he sits back down, I get the double under. I feel him pulling away. I load. He pulls away again. I load. Here we come. Hey, 1, 2, 3. I'm using the tension of the bear hug, my forehead driving in, and my hooks pressuring in. I'm loading them up. And as we come up, I either come straight up like that, or I can tuck 1 foot in. See how I tucked 1 foot in? I put 1 foot out in front. This is also a way to stand up. You're gonna have to play with it. But I'm really relying on Trey leaning backwards. Me staying tight to him, I'm driving him with my forehead. As he's leaning back, he's actually picking me up quite a bit. But you gotta get that momentum going. I'm really feeling him trying to pull away from me. I load him up. He's trying to really pull away from me. I don't want him to. I load him up again. Oh man, I'm gonna get him on this next one. He goes, stand up. Now, relax. Whenever I come up, if my head is up here, it's not gonna work as well. That's why we need to be here. The bear hug works by pulling him in and driving with the head. Once he's broken over backwards, I'm just letting go and going to the mount.